Power on. All systems ready. Initiate groove sequence. Now.
It's the Liquid Radio Show After Dark, with your hosts, Tommy on bass, and Domika.
Let's hit it, Daddy.
5,
4,
3,
2, 1.
It's the Liquid Radio Show After Dark with your host, Tommy on bass, and the lovely
Mrs. Domika, your sweet tooth fairy.
Why you sound so sick?
Because I am.
Fairy. You know what that's going to do, right?
Huh.
You know what to tell you what it's going to do.
What it's going to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you trying to...
Get it. You better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen?
Oh, that's going to happen. And then you go, drink it up.
Sip champagne.
But don't forget to swallow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
You nasty.
I'm sorry. You forgive me?
Nasty.
I'm sorry.
Self.
I'm so sorry.
You nasty.
I'm not nasty. I just like that sound.
Oh,
especially
really?
that the beginning is a boing, zip, and then boing.
What that is? Okay, we'll talk about that later.
That boing.
What you know about that boy?
You know, in my younger days, I used to be big on the boing.
Younger days.
Oh Lord, there you go. All right, so the Liquid Radio Show is brought to you
Mr.
by
Bridgewater.
Domika's Kitchen, satisfying your sweet tooth.
One sweet tooth at a time.
One sweet tooth.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I am satisfying one sweet tooth at a time.
I know that's
With
right.
one sweet treat at a
I
time.
know that's right.
Actually, you can order as many sweet treats as you like.
Well, what's that phone number if they want to text you or hit you up? Where do they go to find you?
Text me at 904-962-3228. If this is your first time reaching out via text, as a courtesy, please introduce yourself so I know who you are. And you can also email me at domikaskitchen@yahoo.com.
Amen. I love Domika's Kitchen. I love everything that comes out of there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What about what goes in there?
Ooh, I love what goes in the kitchen, and I love what comes out the kitchen. I like your little outfit today, too, by the way. You look
Who's
real
that
sporty.
in all that black?
All that black. Anyway,
Oh my God.
so
Baby,
the Liquid Radio Show
so
is also brought
sexy.
to you.
Hold on.
What?
You're so sexy.
No,
today.
you.
Oh, look at your smile. I love your smile.
Look at all of you.
Look at all of you.
Look at all of you. But let me handle this business. We got to pay some bills.
Well,
The Radio Show is also brought to you by the only band that
That
matters, the Groove Coalition.
my gals and my guys.
Coming to a venue near you.
Oh, yeah.
Check us out on Groove Coalition on Facebook.
Oh,
All
and
right?
guess what else?
What?
Check us out.
Check us out.
You can book us too.
You can book us as well.
Holla at me, 904-962-3228 again.
Yeah.
If this is your first time texting, please introduce yourself and let me know.
It should sound like this. Hey, this is Billy Bob. I'm having an anniversary, and I'd like to book the man. And then we'll go from there. All right?
And guess what else it can go like?
Like what?
Hi, this is Alice, and I'm celebrating my 50th birthday. And I love red velvet cake.
Alice. Like cake, huh?
Red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake, huh?
Oh, and my birthday is in 2 weeks.
No, my birthday is tomorrow, and I need a red velvet cake, 3-layer with pecans, and I want you to write on it, "Happy birthday, Alice," and you ain't gonna be able to do it?
I might, depending on the schedule. What is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I might can get the cake, but I ain't gonna be the right now.
You're gonna be able to write.
No, I'm gonna have you to write because I was checking under me, hush. Ooh, I ain't want to spoil it, but I was checking you out.
You checking me out.
Flicking your wrist. So you might.
Lickety,
How about I'm
lickety.
gonna have you to write?
Lickety, lickety,
Lickety.
lickety. All right, and
lick, huh?
the Liquid Radio Show After Dark is brought to you by Iconic Eyelash. More than meets the eye. Hey, Mika,
Yes, Tommy.
you want to run a company and be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company?
I actually do.
Well, guess what? You're going to need three things. You're going to need some red lips,
Okay, I can do that.
some exquisitely fine hips.
Are they fine enough for you?
Oh, yeah,
Are they
fine.
exquisite
Exquisite.
or exquisitely?
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate what you're showing me right now. Anyway, and you're going to need, what I say, lips, hips. Oh, and some
Dump them
supersonic, iconic, dynamic eyelashes. How about that?
Oh, yeah, I can do that too.
You can do that too. What, same number?
1, 2, 3. That's right. 904-962-3228.
And there we go. All our bills were paid. And now, what are we talking about today?
Well, what is that? I guess it's a statement.
It's a statement. Where did you find this statement?
I read it. I
Okay.
read the statement out on social media, and this thing can go. For me, I looked at it in a couple of ways. Mm-hmm. However, it still kind of all boils down to this could be a part of a narcissist's game plan.
Well, it could. Could be.
Narcissistic behavior. Not, I mean, just because, well, again, we're going to get into what this statement is, but this is definitely narcissist types of stuff.
Yeah, anyone that does that
That right there.
to your that is a form of manipulation, which is narcissist 101.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's easy. That's an easy one. Yeah, definitely. I think that's an awful thing, and we still haven't told you what the saying is. Mika's gonna read it to you real quick. What does it say, Mika?
Never let anyone sow seeds of doubt in your children.
Well, we have someone we want to talk to about it. The author of that post,
Yes.
right? We're gonna call super trainer,
Nikki.
muscle bound.
Nikki the trainer with a fine self.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say it,
You can say it.
but she's physically fit.
I'm gonna give that girl her flowers.
She got some muscles.
Oh yeah.
You know something I noticed about Nikki?
Well,
Her booty.
hey,
She got a muscle booty.
tight and right.
Nikki has what they call a muscle booty. And in German they would call it a Knockarsch.
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 Knockarsch. Did I get it right?
Very Knockarsch. Very well formed, very strong, and powerful ass.
Oh, that's Nikki the trainer.
And I'll bet she can show us how to get super asses too.
I bet you that too.
I bet you if we went to Nikki, we would have some asses that people would be envious of. I think so.
I think so too.
But that's not why we calling her. We're going to talk a little bit about fitness, but we're also going to talk about that post because it's amazing. Why don't you go ahead and call her?
Let's get her
Get
on.
Nikki. I'll do some fancy singing while you are dialing her up. You ready?
Uh-huh.
I live a life that's full.
Hello.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, good.
Hey, hon. We are live on the Liquid Radio After Dark. How you doing?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Glad to be talking to you. Hey, this is Tommy. How you doing, Nikki?
Hey, Tommy. How you doing, Miss Otter?
That was pretty good. Hey, you know what's so funny? You know, I was just kind of giving you a little introduction.
Yes.
And while I was giving the introduction, I did mention something, and I thought I was going to get popped. I thought Mika was going to smack me. I said, Nikki's got an amazing ass.
Oh.
And it comes from
and I
being
said with her fine self.
with a fine self. I said, Nikki has a muscle-bound booty, and it's got muscles in it, and it will probably behoove us to take some lessons to learn how to get our butts like that, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong other than eating too much. But you can do squats. You can do.
You tell me we don't want you getting no booty now.
I mean, I want it tight.
You don't want a Nikki booty though.
No,
Yeah.
but I want it tight. I want when Mika grab it, she grab like muscle and not just But anyway, yeah. So you
my
in the
hubby.
city of Jacksonville, I would say you got a top 10 ass,
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
and it came from a lot of hard work. I know it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And my mama said it was genetics at one time. I did tell my mom that because my mama used to be shaped just like me. My mom used to be fine. But I told her, I said, I'm going to work out for the rest of my life because now her booty didn't get flat. And I said, where the potential can go. So, I'm going to be working out forever.
Right.
But you know what they say, Nikki, how old are you now? Am I allowed to ask?
I'm 41.
Okay, guess what?
What?
There's a saying, if she's fine at 40, she's going to be fine for the rest of her life. So you good.
Forever. When I'm gone, yes, it's still going to live on.
Come on now. Yes.
Fine, Nikki. I'm trying to be like Auntie Angie. You see Angela Bassett, baby.
Baby.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice
Beautiful, fine, smart, just all around.
Yes.
And that's some all around good looks.
But you know what,
And
though? There's
it's
a
just
few
woo.
of them, though. There's a few of them. I think that Angie might be a vampire. Because
She
it's like
doesn't age.
she looked like the same lady that did What's Love Got to Do with It.
Yeah.
She has not
Absolutely.
changed.
Yep.
So the only people that can do that is vampires. She gotta be.
that
And you know who else might be a vampire? Pharrell Williams might be a vampire. Might be. Think about it. When they did Rump Shaker, he was a kid. And he looked just like he does right
All
now.
right, though.
Yep. So
It
anyway,
hasn't changed much in it either.
You say a vampire?
it gotta
Yes.
be. Gotta be. They live forever and they never change. They never change.
What's that old man name that they keep putting up there, the black guy? Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
Yes.
he might be one too.
Yes.
He might be
he
one
looks
too.
the same and he ain't aged.
Nope.
He
A
still look
bit.
like
I think you stop aging.
30.
Yeah, see, you stop
Yes.
aging once you get bit. Once you get bit, you stop at that point. You're stuck right there. So I figured those three gotta be vampires. Gotta be.
Dang.
Anyway, so look, we read your. I've been amazed at this because I have kids,
Okay.
and Mika has grandkids,
Right.
and we are all. I mean, there's no book to tell you what to do with these kids, how to raise them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's playing it by ear, and we kind of take best practices and try to apply them to our life. But we know every child is different, so what you work for that kid may not work for that kid. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So read it again. What does it say, Mika?
Never let anyone sow seeds of doubt in your children. Powerful.
That's powerful, man.
statement.
Because in my situation, there are men in my children's life that now have more influence than I do. And I don't know nothing about these guys. I don't know anything. I don't know what they're telling my kids. I don't know what lessons they're teaching. I know what I want to teach them, but our contact is limited. Do you have a specific incident where it caused you to make this post, or did you observe something?
I've seen it, so I don't have children, but I do know children in the day and time we are in. There's so much, like the technology, the social media. There's so much that they're able to listen to. They're able to see now. So I have 7 nieces and 3 nephews, and when somebody telling my nephew, "Oh, you're a troublemaker. You're always going to be a troublemaker." Speaking that into his life is like, how they say, speak those things as though they were. Those aren't the kind of things you want things to be. I don't want nobody to always think that they're a troublemaker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or always feel like that's an expectation of that child because somebody spoke that into his life.
Yeah,
you're a troublemaker, and he might not be. Makes great grades, but because this one incident, now he's a troublemaker.
Yeah, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
When I used to, my kids used to do stuff. All kids do. Instead of saying that they were bad, I would ask them, "Why did you do that? You're a good kid. You're good. You did something that bad kids do. That's not you, is it?" And they would go, "No." I says, "Well, don't do that because you're good. I don't know this side of you." And it had an effect. And as a result, my kids, the dean of boys, I worked at a school, and the dean of boys was like, "He goes here?" I was like, "Yeah. I've never seen this kid in my life." I say, "And you shouldn't.
They should not be in your office."
And the kid had gone there 3 years, and he never knew what my kid looked like until I showed up to substitute teach. And he was like, "This is your son?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Never seen him in my life. Never." And that's what we should strive to. I don't know if you saw the video of the teacher fighting a girl over her phone. Have you seen that video yet?
No, I try. Listen, I'm so my mind is one of those things that get vexed by things like that. So I do not watch those videos because it's like one of those things. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I don't like to watch those kind of things. I don't. I just pray for the situation and move on because I can't watch that kind of stuff because when I was in school, that would have never happened.
Never.
That would have never happened.
Our day and time.
I just don't understand how people can fix their mouth to say, "Oh, them kids ain't no different than what y'all were." That is a lie. That's a lie. We would never talk to an adult the way these kids do, or let alone curse in their presence. That is just it's so sad. Well, basically in this video,
that's another subject.
Yeah,
in itself because kids have entitlement issues. That's where that is. It's entitlement now.
Yeah.
It's like they're entitled. We were scared of our parents. We were scared for our parents, for the people to call our homes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody called my mama. I was scared to see her. They called my mama Big Red. So whenever they called Big Red, I was scared. My mama was coming. She was mad because she had to come and stop whatever she had to do.
To come, yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's not that parent, and then they don't have that reinforced that structure like we did. My mama was coming. Half of these parents don't even show up.
Right.
Nope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to spin off what we were talking about the sowing seeds, you know how people always say, came to my mind where we always say, "Oh, he a badass," you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then instead of when they're little kids and they don't know any better, you're calling him a badass. You have to change what you're saying, like he's a busy kid. You know what I'm saying? He's
bad
active.
versus busy.
Busy or he's active. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying you got to change the way you speaking to them.
Yeah.
Just the words you say are going to be labeled on him forever. Oh, his mama say he a bad. Somebody else hear that. Oh, his mama say he bad. Or when you remember they said the kids with the silver teeth, they bad.
Yep. All children. Nope.
You already label kids that have silver teeth in their mouth as being a bad kid. So you're speaking that over them. I mean, there's memes about it. So now you've already planted that seed in that kid that he's bad. Whether that kid heard you say it or not, you've already put that on his life.
Yeah, you can't speak that into existence. You can't. These kids deserve a chance, and they need all the positive reinforcement that they can get. And I'm speaking as someone who I try to sub, 2-3 times a week, and I see, the ones who they're actually begging for guidance. They're acting out because they have no one to lead them. And if all it takes is a firm hand, and they become totally docile, and it says, okay, what is it? What can I do to become successful? Because nobody at my house is teaching me. Nobody in my immediate circle is teaching me. All they say is, I'm bad.
Yep.
All they say is I'm bad, and I know
stuff like that.
I know I'm not bad. I'm a good kid. So, I totally agree with that statement. And if I even catch, like you said, don't let anyone. If I even catch somebody telling me my kid is bad, they're gonna have to deal with me. They're gonna have to deal with me because I know that my son is highly intelligent. For example, I had one that was just causing trouble in class, and then we ended up having to skip him. No more trouble in class because he was bored with the work.
Bored. Yes.
But they'll be called bad, or when they're just busy or just.
But too, you gotta understand, a lot of people don't know how to handle these people's turn as it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're sending them, and not to go on race or anything, but you're sending to a white school, and these white teachers don't know how to handle black children. Everybody's bad, but understanding that he might have that, ADHD. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those things are real for those kids now, and they don't know what they're going through in their bodies. They don't know the changes they're able to. Autism, that's becoming really big in our society, is autism, ADHD. Hell, I have it, adult ADHD, you know what I'm saying? And that's just because I wasn't challenged. Now, as a trainer, I'm challenging myself. When I don't know what to do, work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you have to figure out what's going to work for them and what's going to train their minds. Give them more work. Give them more, challenge them. Take them to another level. Put these kids in these classes that are going to challenge them. And that's mainly what it is. Even Tommy, like you said, they need the covering.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They need a man to speak life into this boy, saying that he can be more than just a basketball player, a rapper, or a football player. There's so many things you can be now.
Yep.
They need those men to speak that life into them. Even I'll take a minute, kids I don't even know, just to take a minute and just pray for all kids. You know what I'm saying? That cover them, God. These shootings that are happening.
Oh my God,
these child that are thinking about going to shoot. What is his mindset? Who's speaking into his life?
Right.
What if somebody speaking to the life? You calling the child crazy? Guess what? He's finna show you just how crazy he is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This one. See, I'm scared to even use their names because I know that there are repercussions involved with, especially in Jacksonville these days. There are forces at work that are influencing our young ones, and they are. If they could just take the power that they have and use it for good instead of recruiting kids to just do their bidding, and they end up staying out of trouble. Their hands are clean, but these younger ones want to impress this particular group or this particular gang or this particular person. They want to impress them so much they go out and do the most foolish, hideous, heinous stuff just for street cred, and they don't realize it is. They're making a short-term decision with long-term consequences, And I'm just, I'm just praying for all these kids myself. I really am. And I'm also praying for an awakening with the adults to be a little bit more patient and try to recognize the ones that are really trying. They're really trying.
It's attention. If you really think about it, it's seeking attention.
Yeah.
Like it's like a cry cry for help. If you don't have that person to talk to you or speak to you about what you should be thinking of or what you should be doing. Like, back in the day, grandma used to bring out the Bible and be praying in front of you. So what you knew of?
Man,
you grew up praying.
That is so
grandma.
That is so true. I remember, and look, Easter came around. There was no question I was gonna do an Easter speech and be in the play. I was not just gonna sit around and not do nothing. And I didn't even sign up for it. It was like, okay, she would come home, say, all right, you doing this is your speech, and you are playing Pontius Pilate in the play. I'm like, really now? She says, yeah. And they was always putting us in something. Okay, you playing this, you play. Now these kids are raising themselves. They have too many choices. They have too many choices, and most of them are social media.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of them are social media, and That's all fictitious. It's all false. They're trying to live up to an expectation of something that's really not real.
Fairy
So,
tales.
yeah.
Big time fairy tales.
I still remember my Easter speech, as a matter of fact.
Oh Lord.
You want to hear it? Want to hear it? Oh, here we go. You ready?
Oh, boy.
I was so little, but I was fly. You ready? Here we go. Spring has sprung. The grass has riz. I wonder where the flowers is.
Oh, Father. The grass has a ring.
The grass has a riz.
And I wonder where what?
I wonder where the flowers is.
If you could see this smile.
Oh my God.
If you could see this smile, Nikki. Oh, my God.
That was my Easter speech.
You made that up, or they gave you that? You made that up,
No, they
right?
gave it to me. They gave it to me.
The most ebonic.
I know, right?
The flowers have rings.
Hey, come on now. We was a good old Southern Baptist church.
Oh.
It was a good old Southern Baptist. But hey, you know what? I was still nervous. And I still learned to speak in front of people. And I see my mom in the audience go, stand up straight, speak loud. You know, and I learned to be a person that could speak in front of people, you know, and all of those little lessons, okay. Miss So-and-so, I remember I was out of school. I wasn't even in school. My mama said, go up to the school, up to Reebok.
Uh-huh.
There's a girl over there. She's in the Miss Reebok pageant. I never told you the story. You go up to and speak to Miss Hill, who's the activities coordinator. There's a girl who's a little heavy, and none of the kids there can lift her for the little dance. So I go up there, and I was the only one that could pick this girl up. She wasn't big. She was just big boned and tall. And me being a 19-year-old, you know, I go up there and I was able to lift her right up over my head and do the spin and put her back down. And she was so sad because no one could do it. But the point is, my mom told me, this is what you're doing. And there was no payoff. There was no compromise. There was no negotiation. You're going up to Reebok, talk to Miss Hill, you're going to lift this girl up, and that's it.
But she was sad because somebody apparently had sown a seed of doubt.
You too big.
Somewhere in her mind.
You too big. You can't do this. You shouldn't even be in the pageant.
But she was in the pageant, though.
Yeah, she ended up being in the pageant.
But she was in the pageant.
She was in the pageant, and she was so sad. But I came in like Captain America, did the damn thing, and then she, you know, flexed a little bit of, you know, teenage muscle.
Oh boy.
Anyway, Nikki.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on our show.
Definitely.
We don't want to keep you too long because I know you probably got some working out. And if you're not working out, you're probably working somebody out. Yeah, I heard about you. I heard about you, how you be roughing them people up.
See, well, I'm here to save lives. This is saving people's lives. You got to understand. This is one of those things. I'm speaking life into them every day. This is something that has to be done. This is not
y'all
something.
Hear it.
I'm not telling y'all got to be a hardcore worker out, but you need to be active just for life, longevity.
That's
you know what I'm saying? If you want to be here, be active. You know, if you don't use muscle, you lose muscle.
Amen.
So it's not
I'm
something
dealing with that right now, Nikki.
But you can always get fat and stay fat. You understand? So it's not about, and I tell everybody, it's not about you being a 5 and a 6. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you could be healthy, you could be overweight and still be, you know, a big boned woman and still be healthier than me. Let me tell you this story and we can wrap this thing up. So this is before I became a trainer, and I'm just working out, just working out. You know what I'm saying? But this lady that was a little bit larger than, a lot larger than me, on there running that treadmill, running, no problem. I'm on this treadmill about to die.
Ooh.
About to die. And that took me through a whole thing of, it's not everything that you know, what appears to you in the naked eye is what you see.
Right.
It's not necessarily what it is. Just because I'm skinny and I'm fine doesn't mean I was healthy.
Right.
That doesn't mean I was active. You know what I'm saying? That just means I was fine and I was lucky at that time. But this woman over here, she is healthy. Wow. Her stamina was up. Her breathing was up. I'm about to die. And at this point, I'm upset because I'm like, this girl bigger than me.
Yes.
Yep. Because that's what you see.
So,
Yep.
Yes, because that's what I saw. But that's how I changed the mindset. I don't no longer see people as being fat. I see them as being unhealthy. I see them as being, you know what I'm saying? We got to let people know it's not about being a 5 or 6. I'm not a 5 or 6 now, you know what I'm saying? And I look at my pictures back in the day when I was skinny, and I'm like, we used to think it was cute to be able to see a damn rib cage.
Yeah,
like that's not cute to me no more. Like, I don't want to be any smaller. I was 135 pounds back in the day. I don't ever want to be 135 pounds again. That was not cute. Now, to me, that's not cute. You know what I'm saying? But the standard is, if you go to the doctor, guess what the doctor's going to tell me right now? I'm obese.
Yeah.
Because that's their mindset. And I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. I work out. I do indulge sometimes. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? But I still make sure I get back on my things. This ain't easy for everybody. And I tell anybody, it's levels to this training thing. It's levels to working out. So long as you're doing something, you want to be able to, you just say you got grandkids, you want to be able to run after them grandkids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they going to, listen, they going to make you.
They gonna make it.
They gonna make it.
You gonna get to the point where you be able to tell the weather just because your knee hurts. Oh, it's about the way. Oh, my arm
Put your arm on that back. Yes, I'm aching. Yep, you ain't lying.
Yeah, my sciatica.
My sciatica acting up.
It's telling you can tell the weather by your pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just tell anybody, it's about being healthy. I ain't trying to beast you out or anything. This is not a game to me. Like, I tell anybody, I could take your money. You come to me and play if you want to. That's not what I'm here for. This is not something I'm not waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to play with you so you can go home and just do what you want to do. When you decide to get a trainer, it's a responsibility and it's a commitment for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a commitment. You know what I'm saying? Just like you go out here and do other things, it's a commitment. This is a commitment for life.
Yeah.
You understand that? And I'm not saying you ain't got to be with me for the rest of your life, but just to come to learn. Some people I know people I train ain't worked out in years, don't know how to work out. I'm here to help you do that. I'm here to help you train you to work out. You ain't got to train out like Nikki, but I want you to learn how to do it on your own level. On your own level. If the bridges is your thing, swimming is your thing, figure out what it works for you. Even yoga, Pilates, anything. Find out what works for you. And that's what I want people to do. Understand that I'm not trying to be your everybody's trainer. God's gonna send the right people for me to train.
That's right.
For me, you know what
and
I'm saying?
and from you they build healthy habits.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that is what's
it's
up.
It's education, because that's the main thing I do. I want you to leave here. When you go out there and tell somebody you got a trainer, I want them to know that you know more than what you think. You go to the gym, you know what you're doing. So it's about education for me, not just you being fine. That's a plus. But to know what you're doing. Because what they say, we are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. We don't know because we don't know.
Yeah.
And nobody's not telling you this stuff, or you're not reading about it because the people don't want to read no more.
Right.
You want to follow the latest trend. Let me go put on this race trend. Let me pop this pill. Let me drink this tea. No, baby. Read and see what works for your body, because everything that you need that can heal your body and help your body is in your kitchen.
Yeah.
You don't need those special things. You can heal yourself with anything that's in your kitchen. Back in the day, when your ancestors, when they didn't have pharmaceutical drugs. When your stomach ache, you know what they did? They would have picked some mint outside, peppermint, and you ate peppermint, the actual leaf, and guess what? That helped with your stomach.
Yep.
Or ginger.
Yep.
Eat ginger. Go pick some ginger. Why do you think ginger ale works so well and everybody's loving ginger ale? Go get just some ginger and put in some warm water.
Wow.
We don't have to go and buy all those things to make things right. Ginger is a fat burner. You can take that for fat burner. Cayenne pepper, that is a fat burner.
Wow.
See,
everything you need is in that kitchen. Yes.
Well, guess what?
Yes, sir.
Guess what? What you've just done is created a new segment. It's called. You're gonna be on once a month now.
Okay.
You're gonna give health tips and. I don't know if you noticed, I had a heart attack. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
In 2019, I had a heart attack. And it is a direct result. And I always say, abuse is the same as neglect. They're the same.
Absolutely.
So if you neglect yourself, you're abusing yourself. And I did some things. I didn't do some things. I was an athlete in high school. Then I joined the military, and I was in pretty good shape for about 25 years as an adult. And then I just stopped. I stopped doing everything. And I was up to 325 pounds.
Wow.
And then I just said, you know what? Sugar is the devil. I said, I'm going to remove sugar from my diet and just eat what God made. So I just started. I didn't go vegan or pescatarian, but I stopped with the sugar. Even that, just doing that, I lost 30 pounds.
Absolutely.
Just 30 pounds. Didn't work out, didn't there? 30 pounds gone. Then I says, okay, let's see if I stop eating bread and pasta and rice, what will happen? Boom, another 30 gone.
Yeah, because that breaks down into a sugar. All those white, anything white is bad for you. I hate to say it like that.
I know, right? This is not a racist statement.
This is not.
But anything white is pretty much processed sugar.
Yeah.
So when you break it down, that's why a lot of diabetics aren't supposed to eat bread, pastas, rices, and stuff like that, because it breaks down into a sugar. So that's amazing.
Yeah. And I did that, man, and it was less than a year. It took less than a year for me to lose 60. It was like 7 months. 7 months. And I lost 60 pounds. I'm down. I'm at 70 pounds now, but I haven't been working out. What I do, Nikki, is I have a little treadmill, and it's a stationary. It's not really. It's like a bike.
It's like a stationary bike.
It's like a stationary bike, but it just pedals. Okay. And I can sit on my sofa and watch TV and pedal.
Okay. And I have one of those. I used to have it under my desk at work.
Yes. And what I could do is I'll put on a movie I've been wanting to see. And if it's a 2-hour movie, I say, oh my God, I've been pedaling for 2 hours. You know?
That burn is serious. Yeah. That burn in your legs, that's a serious burn. Yeah. You probably got some nice calves back there.
You know. What'd you say, Mika? What'd you say?
He has nice legs.
Hey. But I still got to do some squats though. I got to get Nikki Hatton style. Lord. I got to get Nikki.
Well, I want to make an emphasis on this whole muscle booty, but my booty is still soft. It's nice though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard.
Look here.
It might look muscular. People be like, your booty hard. No, it's not. It's nice to look.
See, nowadays you just can't walk back when I was a kid in high school, we could go up and scoop a girl's booty.
Remember that scoop?
You can't do that no more. You can't just go up and just say scoop and just say, okay, yeah, that was a nice butt. Nowadays you'll get beat up. And after you get beat up, you go to jail. So now you're in jail, beat up.
Or just for grabbing a booty.
Yeah. It ain't worth it. So nah. Nikki, this was a pleasure. I'm so glad we talked to you. And we'll be talking to you again in May. Is that cool?
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
And what you got planned for this weekend? Anything exciting?
So I play things by ear. I'm the guy to the age that I just play it by ear because I'm one of those people. So you don't get me out of the house by a certain time, I'm on the couch. So if somebody says, "Hey Nick, you want to do this?" If you ain't ready by a certain time, baby, I'm on that couch and I'm sitting in the house because let me tell you something. I enjoy staying where I pay the mortgage at.
I'm telling you.
So
once that sun go down,
but I do like to come out. It's been nice weather, so. Hopefully, if something opens up, I'll probably get out and check it out. You know, sometimes I'll just go to the beach, have me a margarita or something like that. So I'll play about weather and air.
Outstanding. Well, what I'll do is this Friday, if you want to, we're at the Real Ting. You know where that's at on Adams Street. My band is going to be out there. Come out there, have a drink, sit down, and we may do some aerobic exercises.
Yeah, y'all ain't doing nothing. Sliding side to side. Hey,
we're going to do the electric slide.
That's all the sliding y'all probably going to do. But I appreciate I'm thankful for y'all putting me on here. Just let me know when you want to when we're going to do this monthly thing. Yeah. Understand, I want to leave you with prevention is better than cure.
Oh,
so
wow.
when it prevent it from happening, you don't have to worry about a cure. You understand?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
That's one of the biggest things we need to understand. Not just as I'm big on making sure my people know this.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Thank you so
Wow.
much, Nikki.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a
This is
great rest of the
Nikki.
week.
This is Nikki.
That's
Nikki
Nikki
the
Hatton, the
trainer.
trainer, y'all.
Nikki the trainer, yes.
Yes.
Find me on all social networks, NIKKI, the trainer,
Okay.
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and also don't forget my tagline, don't stop, won't stop, let's get fit.
Let's get fit. Come on, y'all.
I meant to
Don't
ask you
stop, won't
something.
stop.
I meant to ask you
Yes.
something. Just
Yes.
before we go, I got to ask you something. Nikki, how much can you actually bench press? Have you
So really, let's be honest with me. I'm not one of those people that lift heavy. I don't lift no more than 60 pounds. I don't believe in that. I'm at the age where I'm maintaining. I ain't trying to lift. I ain't trying to. And like on my legs, I do lift probably about 250. But I'm not really into. I'm not into like lifting anymore. That's not my thing anymore.
Okay.
But if I had to, that's what I do. But I don't lift. I maintain. I'm just trying to keep the fineness I got now. So I don't do all that.
What's up?
That's what's up.
What's up?
I put in the work in the beginning. I ain't got to do that no more.
Amen. All right,
I wish
Nikki.
I would have. My God.
Hey, it's never too late.
I know. I gotta get this
Well,
back
Mika,
right.
Mika, when you're ready, I got 4 sessions for you for free. So when you're ready, let me know.
Let's go. Let me get this
Yes.
back together. My God, I'm
Yes.
working on this bag.
Once that
Okay,
back straight.
I got 4 sessions, and everybody heard it on this podcast.
We got
I can't
you.
take
We
it
got
back.
evidence.
I can't take it back. So 4 sessions on me when you're ready.
All
Let's
right.
get it.
All right.
Nikki,
We
thank you so
love
much.
you. We
Love
love
you
you.
too.
All right.
She is a hard working woman, man. Look at here.
All right.
Nikki the
Blessings
trainer.
and overflow to you guys.
Blessings and overflow back at you, mama. We
right.
love you,
Yes,
Nikki.
ma'am.
Bye,
Love you too.
Nikki.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Nikki the trainer.
Yeah.
Good guest.
Oh, yeah.
You brought her in. You're good. You're a fisher of people. Go out and bring in the good guests. I got to step my game up. I got to step
You
my
have to
game
step
up
your
and
game
bring
up.
some good guests in. Yeah, it's amazing that she deals with kids and she understands how important that's. Probably our greatest resource in the world is kids.
They are our future. Children, if you are listening to this show and you are under the age of 18, you are our future.
You're our future, kids.
Think about the choices that you can make. Be better than good.
I'm gonna be retiring pretty soon, and I'm gonna need. I'm gonna be out of the workforce.
Yes.
I need a doctor, and one of y'all are gonna be my doctor. One of y'all are gonna be my lawyer or my this or that. And we need y'all. We need y'all, man. So, you can do it. We need you.
Just
All right.
just make great choices.
So
Not good.
great
choices.
A lot going on in the news, Mika. Did you
So
hear about
much.
Did you hear about the young boy that got shot by his neighbor? Well, no, it
No, it
wasn't his
wasn't a
neighbor.
neighbor.
It was a mistake. He went to pick up his siblings, got the wrong address, walks up to the door, gets shot. Wrong house, and the guy said he was scared to death. Now, I seen pictures of this kid. This kid, maybe 130 pounds soaking wet, and not even 5'8", maybe 5'9", little bitty kid. And he got shot, and he ran across the street, and got shot twice, actually. And ran across the street, and they didn't arrest the guy who shot him.
Until later.
Well, he still had been arrested. They brought him in for questioning, then they released him. Now they're waiting on him to surrender to turn himself in. I don't want to be the one to kick up dirt, kick up mess, but there's a racial component. Why is it that we are considered the bad guy immediately, no matter how big or how tall or how small or how meek or how smart we are? We always, I'm talking about black people now, especially black men, are perceived as a threat.
Well, see, that kind of goes here to people sowing seeds of doubt
Yes.
into children.
Yeah.
Now, are they all narcissists?
No, but I think what we're dealing with here is a segment of society that just believes that we black people are prone to violence. And when they feed into that, they feed our children. They feed them this is what you are. This is who you are. This is why I always say, and this is kind of bad, it's better for black teachers to teach black kids. Because they will help them learn more about their black selves. Because there is a difference between black and white, and there is a movement to keep black history out of the schools, where you can't teach black history, you can't teach what really happened in this country. It's not fair to say, well, we don't need to know about that. It's a horrible part of our past, but we don't need to learn about it. Why not?
But we learn about
everything else. Why not learn about Emmett Till?
And,
why is there nothing about Emmett Till in the history books? Why? You know what I'm saying?
History.
It's history.
It's definitely history.
And it's an issue that it's still relevant today.
There's going to be a lot of questioning. That's probably why.
Yeah.
And the truth will come out.
You know what, though? I actually believe that this kid that got shot, I did some kind of research on the shooter. He's 84 years old. 84. So he was around in the 50s. He probably was born in the 40s, before the Second World War.
If he's 84, probably somewhere in the 40s. Yeah,
right. So he saw the 50s, which wasn't particularly good for black people. He lived through the 60s, which wasn't particularly good for the black people. He lived through the 70s. Things are starting to be a little bit, The 80s, there was still issues. 90s, still issues. 2000s, still issues. 2010s, still issues. Okay, so here is an 84 years old man that in the 50s was a 20-something-year-old man. Could it be that he's been conditioned to think at some point the African American population will rise up and get you back for what you did in the 40s and 50s?
Going back to say, never let anyone sow seeds of doubt in your children. How can we control the narrative about children? Children did not ask to be here.
I think it's education.
Yes, it definitely is.
It's education. Teach them.
I'm gonna wait for the next. I don't know if I'm getting angry or
Don't be angry. Baby, don't be angry.
It's so scary.
Well, you have a son. I have 5 sons.
Guess what else I have?
What?
I've got grandchildren.
2 male grandkids. And it's tough out here. And we're still fighting the same battles that we did when Emmett Till was alive.
My God.
We still got to worry about getting shot by the police. We still got to worry about us not earning as much as our white counterparts just because we're black.
Man, look.
I don't want to go too deep, because that's not what the Liquid Radio Show After Dark is about. This is not a political but we do touch on social things, and we do make our social commentary at times. Yeah. But guess what, honey? I got good news and bad news.
The bad news.
The bad news first. It's time for us to go. Yes, the Liquid Radio Show was brought to you by Domika's Kitchen, satisfying your sweet tooth, one sweet treat at a time. The Liquid Radio Show is also brought to you in part by the Groove Don't be sad. The Groove Coalition, the only band that matters. And then lastly, the Liquid Radio Show After Dark is brought to you by More Than Meets the Eye. Hey, Mika.
Yes, Tommy.
You want to be a civil rights leader?
No, I want to stay.
Well, no, we can't go too long. We were sad.
I guess I know.
No, let's save it for the next show.
Yeah, I've got something I want to read to you all.
Can we do it on the next show?
Oh, yeah.
We do it on the next show. Don't forget. All right.
I promise you I won't forget.
Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. Thank you, Nikki Hatton, the trainer. Nikki Hatton, for coming on our show and talk to us a little bit.
And that's Nikki.
Find her on social media. Social media. Nikki, the trainer. All right. Yes. She's wonderful. She's awesome. You're awesome. You know why?
Why?
Just for being you.
And guess what?
It's such a good feeling to let me inside, happy feeling to grow inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. Snap, snap. Such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new. You know what? We're not going to sing this whole song. We're not going to do it. Fred Rogers, we miss you. Okay? That's it. You want to talk about, I will too. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Have a great week. We love you.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.